What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we're going to be going over how big of a hire it was for Sherrone Moore to steal the Ohio State running backs coach Tony Alford to take the same role here at Michigan, as well as why it's a good hire and where exactly the contact started between Sherrone Moore and Tony Alford. Plus, going to be going over top running back recruits as they were shocked but also are now very interested in Michigan after the hire of Tony Alford. We're also going to be talking about Wink Martindale continuing Michigan's defensive success as he is the OG of the system, plus much more. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so Sherrone Moore in Michigan have found their new running backs coach out of Tony Alford, as the 9-year running backs coach at Ohio State will now be joining a close friend out of Sherrone Moore and be coaching Michigan's running backs. Not only is Michigan getting a great running backs coach, but they're also getting a great person and a great recruiter. Now, I know a lot of Michigan fans have some mixed feelings about this hire because Tony Alford is coming from Ohio State. But I'm going to be going over why this is a good hire and where exactly this interest between Tony Alford and Michigan really started. Now, listen, Sherrone Moore, I think, absolutely knocked it out of the park with this hire. You know, losing your running backs coach out of Mike Hart late in the off season like this, with like a week before spring ball starts, that puts a new coach in a very tough position. But you know, Sherrone Moore, he has knocked it out of the park with all of his coaching hires that he had to make, and Alford is actually similar to the Greg Scruggs, Brian Jean Mary, and Steve Casula hires, as they all had prior relationships with Moore. Now, Alford and Moore never worked together or coached together, but they remain in contact and are longtime friends. Now, according to Sam Webb of the Michigan Insider, he says that sources say that Alford actually contacted Moore at a time where Hart's next move was as uncertain as other coaches who wound up departing, and that it was an opportunity too good for Moore not to entertain. It became clear that Alford was eager to make the jump. Many will ask, you know, why he left Ohio State and was willing to leave Ohio State for Michigan. And not only are they longtime friends, but a former Michigan assistant, Vance Bedford, who has actually known Alford for almost 40 years, told Sam Webb that he's been at Ohio State for 9 years and he's looking for a change, a chance to better himself, a chance to do something different in a different place, and that's the biggest reason why he left. Not only that, but Alford has tried several times to get the head coaching job at Colorado State, which is actually where he played while at Ohio State. Alford has never gotten the Colorado State job, so maybe, you know, his thought going to Michigan would help him get that Colorado State job. But nonetheless, he is joining a longtime friend and a Michigan team and a scheme that is built on physicality and running the football, which obviously, as a running backs coach and the running backs or the running game coordinator, is what you want. Now, recruits have been raving about the new hire. We're going to talk about that later. EJ Howland of the Wolverine said that, you know, obviously Mike Hart, you know, found talent and everything, but he wasn't that great of a recruiter. Howland said Hart landed just one top 200 running back during his time at Michigan, and Tony Alford has landed 9 during his time at Ohio State. He also produced one of the best running backs in Ohio State history, J.K. Dobbin. And, you know, as much as I hate giving credit to Ohio State, you gotta admit, you know, they have gone out and gotten great running backs in the past, and Tony Alford was one of the main reasons. But obviously, Michigan, you know, took a longer time to hire their other coaches. However, yesterday, you know, came out, Pete Thamel came out and reported that he has informed Ohio State officials that he's leaving to take the job at Michigan. And a couple hours later, he released a statement that he was moving on, and even changed his whole Twitter profile to him in Michigan gear, and stated that he was a run game coordinator and running backs coach at Michigan. So it definitely does seem like Sherrone Moore and Tony Alford, you know, had been contacting each other. And you know, Michigan, they do background checks. It's why it took so long to hire the other coaches. So they must have, you know, done the background checks weeks ago. It was just waiting for the moment for Mike Hart to officially announce that he won't be coming back to Michigan. So credit Sherrone Moore there, stealing one of Ohio State's best assistant coaches. Not only is he 1-0 on the field, but he's 1-0 off the field as well, as he stole one of their best coaches, so you'll love to see that. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this though. Michigan commit Jordan Marshall has already loved the hire. He said that he can't wait to play for Tony Alford, and he knew Sherrone Moore would make a great hire. But one of Michigan's top 2025 targets is the 4-star running back Marquise Davis from Cleveland Heights High School in Cleveland, Ohio. Tony Alford recruited him while he was at Ohio State, but Michigan has also been a contender. And according to Bryce Marich, Davis told the Michigan Insider that we are pretty close, and I think he is a good person overall, real dedicated with his craft, and he said it sparked my interest a bit at Michigan. So getting Alford should help in potentially landing Marquise Davis. But another guy is the 2026 5-star running back Savion Hyder from the state of Virginia. He's ranked 15th nationally and the number 1 ranked running back in the 2026 class on 24/7 Sports composite rankings. He told the Michigan Insider that it was shocking, but Coach Alford is a great running backs coach, so I have no doubt he'll be successful in Michigan. And he said, no doubt, Michigan has always been on my radar. Blake Corum is from Virginia too, and Coach Alford and I have already built a relationship. Michigan has yet to offer him yet. Obviously it may come soon though with Alford now here, but he said it would be a dream come true. And the 2025 4-star running back Jordan Davison from the state of California goes to Mater Dei High School. He also told the Michigan Insider that it was a great hire. Me and Coach Alford have a great relationship. So again, this is not only a great hire, as Coach Alford is a great person off the field, but he is an outstanding recruiter, and he also coaches his players hard. You know, he loves his players, but he also tries to get the absolute best out of him. So again, Sherrone Moore knocked it out of the park by hiring Tony Alford, and Michigan should be able to land some top-notch running backs now for recruiting. I did also want to talk about Quinten Johnson coming back, the safety returning to Michigan, as he previously announced his declaring to the NFL draft. However, he is returning to Michigan as he has signed an NIL deal with Randy Wise Automotive, and he also stated that it's time to win another national championship. A huge return for Michigan's defense. They are already going to be elite next season. And Don Wink Martindale, Michigan's new defensive coordinator, and he spoke on In the Trenches podcast. He said, I'm the OG of this system, so we're going to be fine. We're all excited about it. It's going to be fun to see with the new crew that we have defensively on the coaching staff. He also said that, I mean, this is a dream job to come to the University of Michigan and be the defensive coordinator and have this opportunity. He said it's one of those things. I think our lives are full of bucket list things, and when you look back at it, at the end, it's going to be a bucket list thing that I did. So Wink Martindale, I'm sure, can't wait to continue the success of the Michigan defense. Again, he is the OG of the system that Mike McDonald and Jesse Minter brought over, and he's going to continue that. I mean, he was their mentor at the Baltimore Ravens. Now, also, according to Matt Zenitz of 24/7 Sports, he says that he's hearing that Michigan is pursuing former NFL standout outside linebacker Pernell McPhee for a defensive support staff role. Now, McPhee played 11 seasons in the NFL, including 7 with the Ravens, and defensive coordinator Wink Martindale was there with him. Now, coaches that have been around McPhee view him as someone with the characteristics to be a fast riser in the coaching world and eventually become a head coach. So pretty cool there. But that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. Sherrone Moore, Michigan making some huge splashes as the coaching staff is finally finalized, as we are just days away till spring football and spring practice starts for Michigan. But other than that, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.